catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat pack in the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the trade, yes and no. Friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul, but when the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah! Welcome to the motherfucking basement, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all see me. We're winning the fucking title, bitch. Fuck is you talking about? Your Miami Heat beat the Golden State Warriors 116-109 tonight. I'm your host, Roy A. Shepard, and I'm joined today by a few of my guys. We got my guy, Ant Donato. Ant, how you doing?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. I am doing fabulous. The Heat won a game, and guess who was not there in the second half to ruin? Never mind. Let me go to my next guy, Hot Take Harrison, my guy. What's happening, bro? How you doing today?
I'm good. I got the cartoonish villain goatee, so I think I'm doing good tonight.
No, for sure. I like that look on you. It got a little Tony Stark vibe. My boy, I'm feeling that. We got my boy, Alex Maserati, a.k.a. Bubba. Bubba, what's going on? How you feeling today, bro?
You know I fucking love that shit. We were missing some of that shit, bro. Finally, Hemi Butler, bro. Thank fucking God. We needed him tonight.
Oh, we needed every goddamn bit of it in the closing moments of this game. And, of course, we got the California Cain himself, my boy Brian Young, joining the panel. What's going on, Brian? How you feeling today, my boy?
I'm doing great, man. It's Tuesday. Halloween was fantastic. Now we got to get into these whack-ass, cheery holidays, but it's all good. Spooky season coming back in another 300 days, so I'm chilling.
I don't know why you like depressing shit, but, it's kind of your vibe. You know what I mean? You write scary stories. Y'all should check out his scary stories. Hey, man, I'm just saying. He's a man of many talents. Want to thank the man, Adam Rodriguez, for the $5 dono. He said, I hate Duncan, but when he shoots good, we are hard to beat. Hey, man. Duncan drillers, whatever the fuck those are. We up. Hey, max them again. Give Duncan more money. Let's start going around. We're going to start with Brian today. Brian, give me your thoughts on the overall game.
This was one of those games where basically everybody played well. Like, I can't really point to any guy on the team that didn't at least play to the level that we expect or a little bit above. And, to beat a team like the Warriors, like, you need that. I tweeted out earlier, like, the Heat may still win. Obviously, they did win, but the margin of error versus some of these teams is so small that you need guys like Bam, Jimmy, Kyle, Duncan, a couple other guys to play at a really, really high level. And I think this is the first time we've seen this season where it looked like the chemistry that was there. It looked like, the flow, the swag was there. Like, everybody was just kind of doing them. And like I said, you need that. You need that against the Warriors. So tonight was a really, really good game, or a really, really good night for everybody that played. Hopefully we see more of that. But for tonight, it was great.
No, for sure. I mean, there are a couple of guys who we can do some finger wagging at a little bit, Brian. But we're not going to do that first. We'll get to that a little bit later on down the line. I'm in the mood, bro. I'm in the holiday spirit. Fuck is you talking about? It's been a while. Like, that Portland game, I think, was the last game that they played, really well. But I had some question marks behind that still. But this game was the first one where I felt like, damn, bro, I'm looking at the team that I want to root for. Like, if you're going to lose playing like that. Because you're also, like, with that type of effort, you're going to win more often than not. Alex, we're going to kick it to you, bro. What were your thoughts on tonight's game?
The ball movement was phenomenal tonight. Ball movement we haven't seen all season long, and we'll talk about Tyler, but Spo had that interesting comment in the press conference saying, can't all be about you, got to play for each other. That's what the team did tonight. They played for each other. Duncan Robinson hit his shots. Max Strus, for the most part, hit his shots. Jimmy Butler was hitting his shots late in the game. It was awesome. This is the type of Heat game that you love to see. You want to see this every night, obviously, but it's good to have this one, especially against Golden State. Herro leaves the game. Draymond's bitching to the officials all fucking game, picking up a tee, all this bullshit. Like, it was nice to get a win there in front of the home fans, especially late in the game after a not great third quarter as well. Good stuff bouncing back in the fourth quarter. It was an awesome game.
No, for sure. One thing, my guy Kachi and Chisholm with the 199 don't know. He said 19 and 15 inbound. Don't start your shit tonight, Kachi and Chisholm. The Miami Heat are winning the fucking title. Okay? That's all we entertaining tonight. He said he chugged, whatever that means. That's some white man lingo that I don't understand. Thank you, David Sasson, for the $5 dono. He said Jordan Poole, when he's not able to carry the ball, is Jarrett Jack with a black eye and a concussion. Jordan Poole was not great. Jordan, that carrying thing, bro, he was palming the shit out that ball. I don't want to hold the rock too long, though. Oh, what are we looking at? No, put it up. I'm fucking with it, bro. What are we looking at? Bang! Oh, now that, bro, I was out of my fucking gourd when my boy did that shit. No, fuck that Max.
As he's tracking.
Look at him, bro. Look at him.
Shit.
He's a fucking animal.
Blast.
What is you talking about? I like that. I like that type of shit. Harrison, we're going to come to you, my boy. Give me your thoughts on the game tonight.
Obviously, like, this is a team that needs to shoot a lot of threes. I just looked at the stats. Just under 48% of their field goal attempts were from three. That's how they're going to win these games. They just don't have a lot of the other stuff to make up for the margin of error. So they shot well from three. Props to Strus and Duncan off the bench tonight. They played very, very well. Interesting, and I know it was mentioned on Twitter a little bit, Spo went with Strus over Caleb down the stretch, even in possessions where he thought they'd go with the defensive possession. He has a lot of faith in Max, and they came through a couple good end-of-game possessions with Jimmy with the inbound pass. I think when they play well, they look good. It's just they really have to make a ton of threes in order to win. They did that tonight, and they got the victory.
Yeah, the specialists were specializing tonight. Like, and that kind of like, you don't look at that. Look at them though. Look at them though. Like, they're capable, I guess, but it's like when they do hit their shots, then yes, this team can be the best version of themselves. Like, that's the version of the team that most people envision when they think about the Heat maximizing. But I mean, we don't get that more often than not. But we got it tonight. So fuck what you talking about, Harrison. They can do that every game for the rest of the season. Fuck is you talking about? And give me your thoughts on tonight's game.
Listen, honestly, I'm not surprised, man. If you recall, this is from our last stream. The Heat are gonna blow that shit out, Royal.
Fuck is you talking about? Fuck is you talking about, Erik? Yes, indeed.
Listen, man, I seen this game coming. The Miami Heat were not going to lose another game in Miami. That was not going to happen. Curry dominated us last time. He was not going to dominate us again. I bet all the unders.
Excuse me.
Scoring-wise.
He had 20. He had a triple-double.
Yeah, but scoring-wise, the Heat defense was going to adjust. Also, it's telling me my internet might be bad, so if it is, just cut me off. But They struggled to start out the gate. It was a little frustrating because you saw Golden State get a ton of layups off beautiful ball movement, and Miami sitting there with Caleb Martin taking like 4 of the first 5 shots. I don't know what that was about. But then out of nowhere, they started playing basketball. Maybe that's when Tyler Herro got hurt. I know that's an agenda you may be pushing, or an agenda you have been pushing that seems very much correct.
I am pushing no such agenda. I saw
an unfortunate event
that led to my team having success. That's what I thought.
You have eyes like the rest of us, and it's hard to not see the same thing that you've been saying. That's all I'm saying. But listen, they finally started moving the ball. We saw some beautiful pick and rolls, especially those lobs to Bam off the roll. We saw that time and time again. The offense finally looked beautiful. Now, they shot 38% from 3 on over 40 attempts. That's not something that I think is sustainable, which is why I don't particularly think that they're going to be a good team and keep doing this, because Harry hit it right on the nose. That's the only way that they can win games, because they still got out-rebounded today. Only by 1, but regardless, they still got out-rebounded. But because of the great three-point shooting, they were able to win. So that's how they're going to win games. But to me, the size is still an issue, but I'll take wins where we can get them.
Not for sure. And I think that's kind of where I am at this point. I'm not going to allow any of you bitches and your negativity to sully my good time. Okay? The Heat blew that shit out with this 7-point victory. But that was tough and looked bleak at times in that third quarter when Golden State went up double digits. But hey, listen, I like the fact that they rallied, bro. I like the way that they just kind of fought through some shit. It was the first time that you seen them kind of like get up off the mat this year. Like when somebody like punched them and they just kind of lay down. And the night was the first night where it's like, damn, they ain't lay down. And it's like, that's the team that you're proud to root for. That's the team. That's that Heat culture shit that everybody likes to pump. You know what I mean? Just don't fucking lay down. And they didn't tonight. And so you can be proud of win, lose, or draw. I don't think I'm into moral victories. But even if they had lost tonight, like this loss wouldn't have been as terrible. 22 likes on 185 viewers. You know what to do, gang. Oh, show now. You don't like this video? This show gonna be very, very, very quick. I want to thank my guy Corbs for the $4.99 dono. He said the ball sticks when Tyler's in the game. They're a better team with Max and Gabe on the floor. Tyler needs to wake up and move the ball. Listen, I made a point like that, and my mentions was popping all the day long. Look, that's something that I don't know if I want to read too much into it after this first instance, but I've already said that my preference is for Tyler to come off the bench. Thank you, Darius Jordan, for the $2 dono. He said, size still an issue. Pause, my boy. Bro, why are you like this, my man? Let's get into some individual players. And Brian, I want to start with you. I want to talk about Bam tonight, bro, because Bam was bamming. Like that first half, when Anthony alluded to it, like we saw lob after lob, and it wasn't just like one person. Duncan threw him a lob. Tyler gave him one. Kyle got him a nice little pass in there. Like people were finding Bam, and in turn, Bam looked like the aggressive version of himself that most of us want to see. As Bam's biggest critic, bro. Tell me what you thought about Bam's game tonight.
Not that Bam is fantastic. And I think that he's a fantastic player. The thing is, he's a big, right? He's a play finisher. And I think that a lot of times when we see Bam either go off or have these really, really shitty offensive games, it's him trying to create his own offense. And unless you are an all-time great offensive big, that's probably going to be hit or miss, right? Like I've been saying for a while, like you have this 6'9" crazy athletic center, like get him involved in pick and rolls, get him involved in some lobs. Like I don't understand how you have this amazing lob target, and for some reason, like that aspect of his game is totally ignored. Yeah, of course I want him to expand his game out to the three, take jumpers, drive by guys when he has those opportunities, but like that's going to be his bread and butter. If you're looking for Bam, you're probably going to hit him, and it's probably going to be a very, very easy basket. Like for a team that doesn't have a lot of options offensively, a lot of ways to get easy buckets, that guy right there that you just threw lob after lob after lob to is one of them. For years I've been like, why don't they exploit this? And that's kind of what I thought that they brought Kyle Lowry in to do. You saw Tyler Herro kind of developing that chemistry, but that is something that needs to happen more because, Bam is obviously the guy I've talked about as creating offense for everybody else. Throw the big man, like get him some easy buckets in return. He deserves that. He's carrying your defense. He's helping out all the shooters on the team. Get him some easy ones. You'll get nights like this more often than not.
No, I think you said it perfect. Like this part of his game is something that definitely needs to be explored more because he came into the league with this, like the ability to finish plays. Another part of his game tonight now, we saw point guard Bam for a minute too. And my boy was like that as a point guard. Bubba, we gonna throw it to you, brother. Tell me what you thought of Bam's game tonight.
You were talking about point guard Bam. I want him to have the ball in his hands as much as possible, man. He looked fantastic as a passer tonight. He looked fantastic as a defender tonight. We all love the lob stuff. The only thing that I wish Bam would get more of is and one calls, bro. These refs do not ever give this man an and one on a dunk. It's so frustrating because this man gets his jersey pulled. He gets whacked on these dunks, but he just makes it so easy because he's ridiculously fucking athletic and can catch any lob, no matter how high fucking Tyler or Kyle fucking throws it. But Bam was fantastic tonight, man. And he was not like ultra aggressive, but kind of aggressive in a different way. He was like more, I don't know. He's always ultra competitive. He's one of the most competitive guys on the team. But tonight he like really wanted this win. I don't know if it's what Jimmy was saying in the press earlier. Like the whole team really wanted this one tonight. And it started with Jimmy and Bam. And we saw some moments tonight where Jimmy and Bam were out there with the bench and it didn't go to shit. So that's an improvement. Jimmy and Bam played well together tonight, and Bam was fucking fantastic. That block was out of this world. The lob dunk was no one else in the league catches that lob. Like it's ridiculous how athletic this man is, and he was aggressive. It was ridiculous.
I got a few guys who might have got up
There
there.
probably are, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, ain't gonna hold it wrong. Thank you, somebody, for the $2 dono. He said Gabe Vincent was plus 29 and Dedmon didn't suck. Hey, listen, the Gabe thing was weird because Gabe didn't have a particularly fantastic game. Like, he missed a bunch of fucking shots. And then the ball found him late in the fourth quarter, which annoyed me a little bit, especially the one from Kyle Lowry, where he like passed it to him really quickly over the corner. He had like 3 seconds to do something with it. But I mean, Gabe was effective. Like, he came in there, he guarded Steph Curry as well as he could. And it did kind of do something. But I want to stick to Bam. Harrison, we're gonna throw it to you. Give me your thoughts on Bam tonight.
I mean, he seemed to have had his best 2 games of the season against the Warriors. He obviously likes this matchup, and when Bam's good, he's really, really good. You're always going to get the defense. I've told you guys for a long time, I think he's the best defender I've ever seen. I know that's like bias and comes from being a Heat fan, but he's elite. You saw the block that we showed earlier, just getting down the court. And the rest, yeah, let's watch it again because this is just a nasty block. And
bring your fucking ass here. You yellow bitch. Give me that ball.
Yeah, Poole's not going to recover.
What's wrong with you? Get your stupid ass out of here.
Yeah, I mean, he's just elite. So kind of what Brian was saying, like, we just got to get him more involved in the offense. He should not be, the dribble handoffs are fine to get the 3-point shooters open, but he's really good on the pick and roll this year. I don't have the stats with me right now, but I know he's scoring a lot as a roller, and they just need to keep using that. He's way too big, and he has good hands. So once he catches the ball and he's right there, it's an easy 2-pointer. Let's keep getting him the ball. I don't know why this team often goes away from him. He's an elite talent. I don't care what anyone says about Bam. You got to give him credit, and let's get him keep scoring points. He's elite, man. We gotta make it easy on him.
Harrison, I'm not gonna let you disrespect the DHO like that on a night like this. You hear me? Because the DHO was DHOing, and Duncan Robinson was amazing. So fuck letting Ed talk about Bam. Harrison, I want you to praise Duncan Robinson tonight. Give him his fucking flowers.
Duncan was great tonight. We don't win without him. We needed every 3-pointer, obviously. We didn't win by a lot. At the same time, his value will never be higher. We should probably move him like sometime between 2 and 3 a.m. tonight. Listen, we got a great game out of him, and let's move on. But he's elite. We don't win without him, and he really does deserve props for his game tonight.
For sure. Todd Miller, we're having a good time tonight. No, that's to answer your question, bitch. No, the ball stops moving. No, fuck that. Let's talk about some of these shooters because I think everybody done squeezed all the juice out of. No, I don't want to talk about shooters. Let you start the conversation on Jimmy because he was Jimmy tonight. Goddamn, and thank the Lord. But go ahead and give me your thoughts on Jimmy's game tonight.
Yeah, well, this kind of relates to the comment that Justin just put up there about Tyler. Tyler obviously had the last good game, 34 points, but Spoelstra was pretty critical in the press conference, basically saying it didn't lead to winning possessions, and most importantly, you got to move the ball. The ball sticks too much. It was very clear he was talking about Tyler Herro. So now, I don't know if it's because Spo kind of called him out or because Tyler Herro was out, but you really saw them make a concerted effort to move the ball, and I think that starts with Jimmy Butler. I guess you could say Kyle Lowry too because he had 9 assists, which is obviously what you'd love to see from him, but Jimmy too. Jimmy had 8 assists. When Jimmy is an extremely underrated playmaker. That's something I had no idea that he could do coming here, and he showed us pretty early on that is a very strong dynamic to his game, which is huge, especially when he's still doing everything else. He still hit 2 threes tonight. He was still attacking to the basket. He got to the free throw line. He still has 6 rebounds too. Listen, if this team is going to go as far as Jimmy Butler takes them, and I'm glad to see that he tries harder in the games than as Jimmy reminds me of myself.
Run that back one more time.
Drop step.
Run it. Look at the feet work, bro. One more time. Come here. One time.
Oh, that's so smooth.
That shit's so sexy, bro.
Yeah, like I said, he reminds me of myself on that play with the
Get
beautiful
the fuck out of here. You are ridiculous, bro. he always finds a way just to say, you say some nut shit sometimes. Want to thank you, Darius Jordan, for the $10 dono. He said, how good was the point of attack when Gabe and Caleb were the head of it in some of the zones possessions? That's what they do well. We've been saying it all season that they're miscast, like Caleb particularly in this conversation. Caleb on defense is miscast because he's playing out of position. Like, I don't necessarily believe in like the 1, 2, 3, 4 shit, but like he's playing as a big, and that's not a thing. Like he's a point of attack defender. That's where he excels. So when you put him there, that's naturally he's going to look better at times. But yeah, I want to continue this Jimmy conversation. I'm going to throw it to Alex because I see the Hemi Butler in his name. My brother, you obviously were excited about Jimmy's game. Big fake coffee stock up in your eyes?
100% because he went in the media and he said, we're winning the fucking championship, even though I don't fucking believe him for shit. But he's coming out here and saying, fuck you, fuck everybody, fuck our own fans that don't believe, fuck all this shit. We're coming out here and we're winning the game. And we needed him at the end of the game against the defending champs. He blocked the shit out of Steph. He blocked the shit out of Ty Jerome or whatever his bitch ass name is. And then he fucking went at Klay Thompson's washed ass and he hit a fucking whatever, like pull up little jumper. He hit the 3 tonight. He went to the rim tonight. He got to the foul line. He played defense. He passed the rock. He was Hemi fucking Butler tonight. And that's exactly what we fucking needed. It was the first time all season long where Jimmy looked like he was just saying, fuck that. We are winning this game tonight. And that's exactly what I wanted to see because I've been asking for it in the fourth quarter in particular. Don't give the ball to Gabe Vincent in the late in the game like this. Don't rely on these other dudes. Be the number one player on the team when we need it to happen at the end of the game. And he did that tonight. Jimmy Butler fucking killed it, bro.
No, for sure. What was the name of the ref, bro? Who my new favorite NBA referee?
Bill Kennedy.
Bill Kennedy. That is a man of class. Y'all hear me? That is a man of dignity and honor. I bet you his mother's house smells wonderful. She probably cooked fabulous sweet potato pies. That man was raised right. Y'all hear me? Fuck Scott Foster. Bill Kennedy is him. That's who he fuck is you talking about. Brian, I started the conversation with Harry, but I want to talk to you about the shooters. Talk about the combination of Duncan Robinson and Max Strus tonight and how that dynamic drastically changes our fucking team.
No, they were great. Duncan Robinson, this feels like the first good game he's had in I don't know how long, months maybe. But like Harry said, like this is peak Duncan value. Like you should trade him now. Like you should be on the phone with 29 other teams. What do you want for, or what can we get for Duncan Robinson? Like, listen, that man, yeah, what, 17 tonight? Man, that's an elite shooter. That's an elite shooter I've ever seen one, you know, almost leading the Heat all-time three-pointers made. Like, man, that guy is great. I really, really hope that we can get a second-round pick 5 years from now. That'd be fantastic. Max Strus, 24 points off the bench, which is amazing. I wouldn't suggest that people do this. I'm just kind of throwing this out. But I think that if you looked at Max's scoring numbers versus Tyler's this year, again, you don't have to. It's just a quick Google search. They're kind of close. Kind of crazy.
Damn near identical, Brian.
Huh?
They're damn near identical.
Damn near identical. Yeah, I think Max is you know, I think he's more efficient too this year, which is, you know, hey, that's an interesting little factoid. No, they were both fantastic. Max specifically, I think, is, you know, like you said, like the specialists were specializing. You know, they're fantastic. We don't win this game without them. I think Max should probably start going forward, but that's a whole other conversation. but yeah, no, they made their shots, and you know, like you guys say, like this team needs those guys to be elite from three to win games, and tonight they did that. So props.
Not for sure. I like this conversation about Max starting. I like it because I said it on the timeline. Like, this is not a shot at Tyler Herro as a starter. This is a observation of the way this team is. Like, it's just he's better as a gunner off the bench. With that starting five, with so many different playmakers and so many people who need the ball to get into a rhythm, Tyler Herro is an isolation scorer, and that's cool for this team because we need somebody like that. We just don't need it with the other guys who need the ball. So, Harrison, ball movement was a big part of this kind of victory tonight. You saw they talked about it already. We got 9 assists from Kyle, 8 assists from Jimmy, but we also got 6 from Bam. We also got 3 from Gabe. We got 3 from Duncan Robinson. Like, the ball was moving, so everybody was able to get involved in that. Why was the ball moving, Harrison? I don't want to just lean on my own Tyler Herro thing. Oh, my boy Jep. Oh, fuck that. My boy Jep gave us 99 pussy bucks. He said ball movement greater than Herro ball. I'm fucking with it, Jep. You know, that's my dog. I like that. My boy Pat TV, basement boy. Cain gang. He said Max being maximized. Start that man. Listen, bro. That's a bar. It almost sounds like it came from a great himself. From the word, from my mouth flows nothing but the fucking truth. Like we winning the goddamn title. Who?
Can I just say this about Strus? He hits bigger shots than Herro does. When we need a bucket, he'll get a bucket before Herro will this year. I'm just saying. Strus hits a bigger 3 before Tyler hits a bigger 3. 100% in the fourth quarter.
We're not talking about that right now, Alex Maserati, even though that's a very good point that we should pause and all think about at times. Exactly. Harrison, I do want to go back to the ball movement conversation with you. Talk about the ball movement. What was the primary reason for that happening?
I think just a commitment to it, realizing that they have to move the ball in order to beat these teams, especially the better teams, especially a very good defensive Warriors team that has a lot of long wings. So it's just, I don't know what was going on. I don't know. You know, if you watch some of the earlier games, they were taking shots early in the shot clock that were not good shots. They would just kind of, and I read some stats that they were taking a ton of mid-range shots this year, and they're just not a team you want taking a ton of mid-range. Yeah, I know. It's not a good mustache, but it was just for a Halloween costume. Here, man. But I don't agree with you guys that while I understand that Tyler has played better off the bench and the stats would back that up as well, I don't really want to do that. I think once you do that, you're kind of saying that Herro isn't long for this team, and if that's the case, like let's just move him, right? Because I don't want to start any more. Like let him play. Max is playing. Max has been good off the bench. It's not even like
so. I want to make it clear. Like I don't think that's not where my head is. Like my head is, and you keep talking after this. Like it's just a quick interjection. I think my head is like if you're going to have this roster, like I'm not looking outside. Like I'm just looking at what we have, what we put on the court. If you're going to have this roster, then he needs to be on the bench on this roster. I don't have a problem with Tyler starting, but you have to change the starting lineup. You cannot use him in this starting lineup. It don't fucking work.
Then I'd rather put Kyle on the bench and have Gabe starting because I think
I don't give a fuck about that either.
Because I think that I kind of agree with you. Like when you look at the two of them, the backcourt should work well together, but something's a little off about it. And I'm not sure if that Kyle needs the ball in his hands a lot and he's not doing exactly what they need, or if Tyler as the catch and shoot guy isn't to his strength, even though he has been a typically good catch and shoot guy. So there's something going on there, and you might be onto something with that. I just don't know if like I mentioned this, I was in a Spaces the other day. The problem with the Heat is this. They wanted Herro on the starting lineup because he had won Rookie of the Year, and that's what they wanted to do, and they gave him the big extension. Okay, but here we are. They basically took Caleb and Tyler off the bench and have no replacements for them. And so this is the first night where you can look at the bench and say, okay, the bench played very well, but usually the bench has been the issue. So it's not really the starters. It's the lack of other playmakers and scorers off the bench that have really caused issues. Can I also say that Dedmon was a plus tonight? I can't believe it. I looked again. I looked 3 times. I was like, that must be the wrong symbol they put up. But he was plus. They wanted his minutes. And if you could somehow do that, they're going to win a couple games because that guy – he's atrocious. Sorry, that's all I got.
Just to kind of wrap this conversation up, because I do want to get back to this game. I also think the bench is the problem. I think Tyler fixes that problem more so than Kyle would, which is why my suggestion is to sit Tyler, because Tyler can carry a bench. We've seen him do it. Let him do it. I want to thank Jason Adebayo for the $4.99. Don't know. He said, y'all talking about start Max. You think the Heat going to be able to keep Max this offseason if he's a starter again? That's completely up to the Heat. If they're not going to keep, if they're going to keep him, then if they are going to keep him, he'll be after the trade deadline. If they're not, he'll be traded by then. Like that's it.
They might let him go and not get anything for him. They've done that before.
Yeah, I was going to say I think they'll do that if they think they're going to win a chip. Like, and they'll keep him and they'll let him walk for free.
There's no way this team thinks that they're winning a championship.
Jimmy just said it yesterday.
They're gonna try.
They definitely think they definitely.
I don't believe shit that come out of Jimmy Butler's mouth, bro.
Oh, no, you dare not.
He also told me right to my fucking face that he was stupidly locked in for the playoffs that he got swept out of. That's what he told me. Kyle Lowry told me that he was ready for the real season last year. I don't believe nothing these fucking players say. They lying.
I'm not trying to change this is just a quick comment, but Gabe and Max are both free agents, and this team is not a championship roster. I don't think that you pay more money to bring it back, and I don't think that they will, but they're definitely going to keep them because their whole thing is we're going to try as hard as we can, even if our shot at winning a championship is like 1%. That's just how they do business, unfortunately.
Yeah, the other thing, Roy, with the starters and the bench role, and kind of what Brian is saying is they really not only do they need to figure out this season and what they want to do, they got to figure out next season with the money on the books. And I think that's going to affect a lot of the decisions that they make. You know, whether you love Duncan or not, I know none of us do, but they have to dump that contract simply because they can't afford it next year. And so you have to figure out who are the guys that make sense now and in the future with whatever moves you make. If they're done with Kyle and they can move and they can make that move without getting Jimmy real pissed off, they need to do that because that guy's not the present or the future. And
even
so that's
if it do piss Jimmy off. I don't care if it pisses Jimmy off the trade.
That's true too. It doesn't matter. He should be able to accept that he got his friend paid and his friend has not been worth the money. I don't think Jimmy's a dumb guy at all. So I think he can realize all that. But these are decisions that are going to be made over the next few months. People get mad that we talk about trades and stuff. That's the reality of basketball. They're paying 5 guys $150 million next year. How are you going to build a 15-man roster with that, with an owner that won't go into the tax? I don't mean to be the math guy, but the math ain't mathing, and they need to figure it out. And that's just
Udonis Haslem will be suiting up for his 21st season.
Don't do that to me, man.
Thank you, Darren Jordan, for the $5.
No, he told me he was done. He told me he was done.
He lied to you too. They're not just going to rant about players lying to you. See, that's what y'all get for believing these players. They be lying their ass off. Thank you, Darren Jordan, for the $5. Don't know. He said Jimmy got dreads overnight. Don't trust him. I do not, my boy. I want you to jump in this conversation and take it wherever you want to take it, bro.
Listen, man, this team is not going to have many wins. Why are we spending one of these rare wins talking about like trades? Like, let's save that talk for after they.
Because this is Carnival stock. This is why. This is Carnival stock. We're not going to be able to fucking pay for it.
No.
You see this, bro? You see this red chart?
Joke, Alex,
this isn't Kyle Lowry's shooting numbers. This is our owner's company's stock, bro, in the fucking toilet.
Listen, I actually do love the point
today. Like, come on, man.
That's a good observation, though. That is. I do love the point Brian said, though, about basically losing these guys for nothing. I was mad when they did it with Kendrick Nunn, even though they actually ended up going to the finals. And I mean, he was pretty terrible in that finals anyway, so they probably should have sold him. But I think it's going to come down to the trade deadline. If this team has some kind of magic turnaround and they can play like tonight more times than not, they'll keep them. If they play like how we all think they will, I think they're going to sell off those guys because they realize they have no assets to get anybody. If the next star asks out,
I think they're going to play like this the rest of the season.
They're keeping who? Who are you talking about?
The Miami Heat. We're going to win the fucking title, Harrison.
No, but are you talking about – did you say they're going to keep Duncan? I will kick you off myself, and I have none of those.
The worst thing they can do is be average. That's all I'm going to say. Either suck or be great. Just don't stay in the middle. That's the worst case scenario.
Well, listen, bro. That's the reality of this roster. It is in the fucking middle. Like, it is – like, look, the reality is if they don't do anything, that this is the team – it's going to be a rough season for the rest of us. But no, I do not want them to keep Duncan Robinson. I cannot maintain that lie long enough to, like, keep a straight face on it. I don't. Darius Jordan, thank you for the $10 donut. He said Kyle deserves some finger wagging. Have we done we've given enough people praise. Let's do a little bit of this today. I don't know. Like, does Kyle Lowry deserve some finger wagging, Brian?
No, I thought it was fine tonight. Like, I think at this point, Kyle Lowry is an average point guard. Like, he's a replacement level point guard. So if you can give me what Kyle gave us tonight, I'm fine with it. I don't care. What do you have, like 17 and 9? I could be
absolutely not. He had 13 points.
Okay, 13. Okay, 13. Not
Lowry a single morsel more than he has already taken for himself.
That's not bad though. You know, he was efficient. 3 of 8 from 3 isn't bad. Like, I'll take it. He was all right. And like, I'm not expecting this guy to be a fucking all-star, 37, 36, whatever. I thought Kyle was fine.
Listen, bro, shot 50% from the field, made 3 3-pointers.
That's a way better Kyle Lowry than we've seen as of late. Like, I'm totally fine with that.
Yes, Kyle Lowry give me this. I'll take it. Let's go to you, Bubba. You believe that Kyle Lowry deserves some finger wagging?
Yeah, because he took too many threes again. Like he made 3, but he took 8. Stop. Just stop. You're not good at it. Stop. I don't know how Jimmy Butler's just as good as a 3-point shooter as Kyle Lowry is now. What the fuck? How did this happen? I mean, Gabe was fucking terrible shooting the ball tonight, and I enjoyed all of his minutes way more than I enjoyed Kyle Lowry's tonight. And Kyle Lowry stays complaining despite getting away with a ton of fouls. I mean, Jesus Christ. How many times, and I'm a biased fan a lot of times, but how many times does he get a yank Draymond, get away with it, and still bitch and complain? I mean, it's kind of fucking crazy. Like, you should be praising these guys for you getting away with all this shit, yet you harp on them. Like, I don't know the thing with Kyle, man. He played 36 minutes tonight, was like a +3. At least he passed well tonight. If he can just come in and pass the ball well enough and take 4 threes instead of 8, I think we can maybe get somewhere where he's worth, 10 of the $35 million or whatever he's fucking making. But at this point, bro, bench him, not because he can run the bench unit. Bench him because he fucking sucks and he needs to come off the bench. Like
I would
that.
like to make a correction to your statistic. Kyle Lowry was a -3 tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was a -3. So I'm shitting on him. I'm giving the benefit of the fucking doubt. You played 36 minutes. You were -3. Get on the fucking bench because you're playing like a bench player. Like, you need to come off the bench. Like,
Gabe on the other hand played 31 minutes +29. Heat Twitter owes Kyle Lowry an apology. You are a different person in this background.
Gabe Vincent right now is better than the greatest Raptor of all time. Right now, he is.
No, he is not better than Vince Carter.
Or Kawhi.
Christopher Wesson Bosch would like a word. That's what I know about that. So I'm gonna throw it to you, Ant. Talk about Kyle Lowry.
Listen, this man cannot stop with the stupid fadeaway transition threes in the most important part of the game. Like, this team is making a comeback in the fourth quarter. They're down by 3. Oh, and here we go. Oh, it's as good as gold. Kyle Lowry coming down the court to jack up a terrible 30-foot bomb that, of course, he missed. That's why I said, you might as well. I'll play for free. Put me out there. I'll do it. Get Westbrook. He'll do the same thing. And it's at the most critical parts of the game. And there's 2 things that frustrate me. Is that shot by Lowry and Dewayne Dedmon every time he shoots a 3. He had one step back 3 tonight. That was the most frustrating thing I ever seen too. But that's why he was a minus, is because he takes these stupid shots. Just like Alex was saying, too many threes. And then there was later in the fourth quarter, there was beautiful ball movement, swung it to Lowry, top of the key, wide open. And instead he swings to Jimmy, who had a guy right in front of him. And Jimmy had to put it up because the shot clock was running out and Jimmy missed the 3. It's just, for a guy who does a lot of great passes, his IQ with shot selection is horrible. But if all we need him to do is pass the ball, that's it. If he just sticks to that, he's fine.
He made a layup like in the waning moments of the game, and he looked like he almost broke his fucking back. Like, that shit was horrific. Look, that wasn't the shot that you're talking about. Ed. That wasn't the one that gave me heartburn. He actually made the shot that I needed to take a break after.
The fadeaway at the shot clock.
Bro.
I was so mad when he put that up. There was plenty of time to pass that ball back out. He's just standing there. He's back to the basket.
I hated every moment of it. Harry, people in the comments say that Kyle Lowry deserves some finger wagging. Do you agree? Do we need to wag our finger a little like Kyle Lowry?
I mean, we're going to just do it every game? I don't know. I mean, we kind of know what we're getting from him. I think you should go back and watch the tape in Portland. Like, that was a good game for him. He took a lot of corner threes. That's kind of going to be his game with the team. As you guys are saying, the passing was pretty good tonight, but he's been making some weird decisions. I don't know if he's figuring out that he's old in basketball terms, like he's having a come-to moment in the middle of the game. Because some of this stuff is like, you can't do this anymore, man. You're a small, old, kind of chubby point guard. Like, there's not a lot.
Kinda.
I don't like weight is not a really nice thing to talk about, but kind of chubby.
You don't have to do it. Lob it to me. I'll do it for you. I'll dunk that bitch home like you do Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos are pretty good though.
Yeah,
but I just think like
vanilla cream.
I just think he really needs to figure out, like, they're going to need him to shoot threes. They need to be good shots. I'd prefer them from the corner, and he just doesn't need to do too much. I think a lot of these games where you're like, man, what is he doing out there? He's just trying too hard. We're not expecting a lot. You already got paid. The paychecks are coming in regardless. Just take a couple corner threes, take the screen when it's there, make the nice pass, and let's just move on, because I think people came in expecting a lot. Ryan him. He was supposed to come in better shape. He wore like one of those tricky shirts that hide some of the fat, which is fine. But yeah, we just need you to not be an idiot and not make horrible mistakes, and we'll be fine. That's all we can really do right now until we figure out where to send them.
The boy tried to say Lowry built like my brother's baby mama. Damn, bro, you cruel, bro. When I first read the comments and I saw it said BM, I thought he meant like Baymax from off of
I thought he meant bowel movement.
Huh?
From Big Hero 6. Baymax.
Yeah, from Big Hero 6, bro. Larry is kind of built like Baymax, bro. Hey, fuck that. Kyle Sandwich Cubano Larry. Hey, bro, we're not doing this tonight, bro. We won. Kyle Lowry shot 50%. He was average, which is good for Kyle Lowry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, Kyle Lowry tells you. This is true, by the way, by threat. Erik Spoelstra is miles better than Steve Kerr. That's not
Steve Kerr made some dumb decisions tonight. I will say that.
Literally. But Kyle Lowry tells you that he knows he's bad at basketball because he defers to Gabe Vincent in the fourth quarter. He's like, shit. 5 seconds left. We need a play. Not me. Gabe, you got this. Undrafted guy. All you, homie. Like, what the fuck? Like, this. He knows that he's not good. At least he's self-aware at the end of the game. I'd rather, and the thing is I would rather Gabe Vincent take the shot than him. 100%. Not even close.
Like, is that a problem? Like, does anybody here feel different? Like, does anybody here rather Kyle Lowry shoot than Gabe Vincent?
I mean, in the sense that there's a chance that the ball can go in and he can hypothetically or potentially increase his trade value. Yeah.
Maybe at the state fair if like a corn dog's on the line.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel like if the ball's in Kyle Lowry's hands, like if you're either relying on Kyle Lowry or Gabe Vincent as a scorer in the fourth quarter, you're kind of fucked anyway. So at that point, it's like
I think the issue is that Vincent's defense is just so much better now at this point of their career. It's like you kind of just want to hope that maybe Gabe gets hot from three or pretends he's facing Philly. Over the last few years, there's a couple teams that Gabe just like destroys. So I mean, I just think that's kind of where we're at. It's not. I don't know if it's that like Gabe's better. I just think he makes less mistakes. You're going to get good defense. And you saw tonight, like, I don't think Gabe had a great game, but you look at the box score, and I don't love plus minus, but he's plus 29 in the 30 minutes he played. That's insane. And the team just played a lot better when he was out there. And that's kind of how it's been going.
I think that's it, though, Harry, bro. It's not that Gabe is a better player than Kyle Lowry. The team just plays better. And I kind of want to know where you fall on this side of the line. Like, Kyle Lowry, like I don't think Gabe is mid. Somebody said it. Yes, Gabe is mid, but Kyle Lowry is mid too. And like, I don't know. How do you view that kind of comparison?
Well, I said probably about a week ago, Gabe Vincent should immediately be implemented into the starting lineup. I still feel that way just because he won't try to do too much, typically, like Kyle Lowry does sometimes. And even today, the shots that Gabe Vincent took, other than the couple bad ones in the fourth quarter where the ball just kind of found him. But I think that was a Warriors defensive scheme, was to kind of try to force Gabe to be the one to shoot. But throughout the game, most of the shots he took were wide open threes in the corner. Now, he didn't hit them tonight. He usually does. But that is a great shot in the scheme of the offense. He's not out there taking pull-up, fadeaway threes in transition. Plus, Kyle Lowry at this stage in his career is an absolutely terrible defender. He's not. So you got guys out there that can facilitate, like Jimmy, like Bam. Even Tyler has shown that he can. It's something he obviously still has to work on because he does a lot of ISO ball. But if you keep him in the starting lineup, you got guys that can facilitate. It's not like if you put Gabe in there, the ball is going to stick. Let Jimmy handle the offense a little bit more. Maybe he doesn't have to shoot the ball as much. He can save his body. That forces Bam to shoot. It could just be a win-win-win all around. I would absolutely put Gabe Vincent in the starting lineup, and I would limit Kyle Lowry's minutes, if anything, just to keep his body ready for the playoffs so he doesn't pull his hammies again, because that's kind of inevitable at this point with him playing 35 plus minutes a night.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about injured Kyle Lowry. I've been traumatized by that conversation already. My boy, Roberto Oladipo, I don't know how to say your fucking last name, but my boy said I was wondering where y'all were at this season, but I'm glad I finally found y'all. Get them likes up and make sure you subscribe. My boy, we appreciate you for finding us. We was looking for you too. Not really, but I'm glad you home now. Welcome home, my boy. Welcome to the basement. But yeah, listen to my dog. Make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the network. We need those subscriptions to keep running up. We trying to kick YouTube's algorithms fucking ass like the Miami Heat did tonight against Golden State. So let's do that. Appreciate you, my boy. Yeah. What else? I want to talk about Dedmon a little bit. We shit on Dedmon all year long. Give Dedmon some flowers, and we starting with you. Go ahead, Ant, give Dedmon some flowers, bro.
Dedmon, surprisingly, there you go. There's that little meme I made. Anyways, Dedmon, I started writing my notes for this game because I like to keep track for my pod and stuff, and I actually started writing out Dedmon a solid first half. He wasn't completely ass, and then he took a corner three that he completely bricked, even though he's wide open. And then Jimmy did a little dump off pass to him. And instead of Dedmon holding on to it, swinging the ball, Dedmon decided to take a dribble, take 2 steps back, and pull up from the 3-point line. And that absolutely erased all the good that he did for me. But at the end of the day, I looked down at the box score, and like Harry, I had to do a double, triple, quintuple take and see that he was a +7, which is fine. I'd like to see him being aggressive, attacking the basket, even though there was no chance in hell he was going to dunk the ball from the 7 feet out that he was. But at least he was able.
When bro launched off the ground from the dotted line, I was like, this motherfucker has lost it. I thought he had lost his fucking head, bro. Who the fuck you think he is? LeBron? Fuck wrong with you? Bro, Dedmon, I don't know if I'd rather you take a hook shot, but don't you fucking dare put your life in danger again by taking off from the dotted line, bro. I'm sorry, Ed. That shit blew me, bro.
He definitely thinks he's LeBron. He definitely thinks he's Kareem. He definitely thinks he's Curry. That's why he's a frustrating player. But listen, no moving screens, and he wasn't a negative. So I'll give him a little golf clap for tonight. Shout out to Dewayne Dedmon.
I think the most interesting thing that you said in that whole soliloquy was that you have notes, which is fucking hilarious to me individually. Brian, what did you have in your?
It's for my pod, not the postgame show. The pod.
You want to plug it, bro? Go ahead, plug your pod, bro.
I mean, I'm doing all kind of things. I don't really got to plug it. I'm working on a ton of stuff.
I want you to plug it.
Well, I'm doing a lot of stuff. Doing the basement, of course, post game on here. Doing the Witness Weekly on here. Got my own YouTube channel. Anthony DiNardo. The name is not there, but also there you go, Justin. That's a beautiful setup. Believe in Miami Heat on the Believe Network. We doing pods over there once a week, and I keep it real over there too, just like over here, man. Some good stuff.
No, for sure. Look, I think I want to use these kind of opportunities to kind of like uplift some of the things that you guys are doing outside of this network. We fuck with all that, bro. We want to see you be successful. So if anybody from this audience enjoys Ant's content, make sure you follow his content on all of his platforms. So y'all go subscribe to his YouTube channel. Go make sure y'all check out the Believe podcast that Ant hosts. Make sure y'all check out Witness Weekly. Y'all go ahead and support my dog. Brian,
I'm glad you gave me a little plug before I put up.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Like, you bitch. I fucking hate you, bro. I fucking hate you. You put me and Kyle Lowry. First of all, bro, Kyle Lowry is at least 455 pounds heavier than me. There is not a chance that we weigh the same. So our bodies don't do the same thing, bro. Remove it. And unsubscribe to Ant's channel. Do not listen to the Believe podcast. I'm fucking canceling Witness Weekly. Fuck that. Brian, what did you have in your notes about Dewayne Dedmon?
I guess I have that Dewayne Dedmon isn't the corpse of Udonis Haslem, which is pretty cool. I mean, you literally can't do worse than that. Last game, I still am in disbelief that 42. I know we're talking about Dewayne Dedmon, but like I still can't believe that 42-year-old Udonis Haslem played actual rotation minutes against the Kings. Like he
was the first person off the bench.
That's crazy. In 2022?
You said you love spooky season, man. Spo was just doing that for you.
That's a horror story, man. That's the scariest shit I've ever seen in my life. So I guess if you're going from that to Dewayne Dedmon, that is like a galaxy, that's a galaxy-wide distance in terms of just like minutes. So shout out to Dewayne Dedmon for not being absolutely fucking terrible. It must be really, really, really hard as an NBA player to not be a complete dumpster fire, but he did it tonight. Like that's his championship. That is his championship, and I respect him. I hope that he goes out, has a really nice dinner tonight, and just really thinks about the fact that he was a +7 tonight. He had 9 and 5. Man, I just can't get much better than that. So props to Dewayne Dedmon.
We'll see it again in 13 games. Bubba, give me your thoughts on how tall is Baymax? 6'1", barely. He wears number 7 for the Miami Heat. Bubba, give me your thoughts on Dedmon tonight, bro.
The mechanic went to Jiffy Lube and got an oil change. Shit worked out tonight. I mean, got a little tune-up, got the spring in the step. Tried to do a little bit too much, but you can't blame him. Dude was confident tonight. Was feeling himself. Whatever. Like, dude can have a good time. But I've called this man the analytical antichrist, and he wasn't that tonight. So you got to shout him out for that. And the best part of Dewayne Dedmon, as always, is less than 15 minutes.
11 minutes for Dewayne Dedmon. That's right in the sweet spot now, Alex. Right in the sweet spot. Yeah. Enough to give Bam a chance to swig some Gatorade and get his fucking ass
just
right
real quick. Just like a YouTube video, just like real quick, just a little intermission. Like, what's for dinner tonight? Just a quick little conversation, and then we're back.
A YouTube video without ads, which we have because we are monetized on the Basement Sports Network. Thank you guys and all that for all that subscribing. Harrison, I'm gonna let you be the one to close the conversation on Dedmon. How did you feel about him tonight?
I mean, I don't have a lot of complaints. He looked pretty good tonight. I think it's a similar situation with Lowry. I'm not expecting a lot. Just really don't be ass out there and get some rebounds, set some screens without moving, and maybe get a rebound or two, hit a layup when it's there. I don't know. I think he came to the Heat. He was kind of a revelation. He had some time off after he'd played for the Hawks, and everyone knows he's moving on. He's going to be traded on January 15th. That's why they signed him. I don't even think he'd be playing if Yurt was healthy. So you really just kind of need him to go out there, give you 10 to 12 minutes of not complete assery. And we just hope that he's going to be all right. But but tonight he was good, and you take it and you give him props. Your players that don't always show up, Duncan and Dedmon did it tonight. So that's why they won.
First of all, I'm adding assery to my lexicon. I just want to make sure that everybody knows if y'all hear me say the word assery, I stole it from Harrison. Let's go to this next game. The Miami Heat got the Sacramento Kings, which is never good. But they're coming here. Hey, this is not an exciting thing because I don't like to talk about injured players, but De'Aaron Fox isn't playing. So Kyle Lowry might get a break. But without De'Aaron Fox tonight, Kevin Herter and Davion went off tonight. So, but they coming to Miami, 7:30 tip. What is this? Tomorrow. Fuck. They won't see none of y'all last on here because I'm giving y'all the night off. But we're gonna go around the horn and see what y'all talking about. The boy feeling good?
I'll keep the positivity going. Really, the only thing that scares me is last year, pretty much anytime the Heat versed a team with their star player out, they lost every single one of those games. So I'll be interested to see early on if that trend continues. They've already lost to the Chicago Bulls, who are missing Zach LaVine. So that's one game right there. But listen, if this team is if they're going to be a real deal this year, if tonight is actually a sign instead of an anomaly, they're going to go out there and they're going to kick the Kings' ass tomorrow. And it's tough to say because everybody played pretty well tonight, especially if you don't have Tyler tomorrow. It's going to be tough because you're still going to have a 6'4" guy guarding Sabonis again, too. That's not changing. But I'll be positive. If they come out tomorrow, if they dominate that team, it could be a great thing a great sign of things to come.
No, for sure. That boy Taru snapping a little bit. He said Elijah Mon. I kind of like that. It's not as good as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but that's close. It's close. I fucks with that. Yeah, so some KZ Okpala home game. Hey, listen, the KZ Okpala revenge game about to go crazy. All right? That boy Brian is the leader of that KZ coin out there, so you know what I mean. I ain't forget about you, Cain. Harrison, the boy feeling good?
I mean, I think they definitely need to win tomorrow, obviously, with Fox missing and the way they really beat us up over the weekend. I was kind of reading, it seems like Herro's eye might be okay, so he might be back. I don't know if you guys think that's good or bad, but, they probably need bodies on I like to call it a Sega Baba or a back-to-back. So, they should be winning. The Kings are not a great team. It was kind of upsetting that we lost to a team that hadn't had a win before, and I'm sure Herter's going to be the real random scrub heat killer tomorrow night, so hopefully we can survive that. Speaking of, we are going to drop our Random Scrub Heat podcast. It's going to drop tomorrow. We're going to talk a little bit about the win tonight and other things that are going on with the Heat. I want to say that obviously, none of us are upset that they won. We obviously want the Heat to win, but there's other things at play, obviously, with this team, and one win doesn't always mean everything. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow, and we'll release the Random Scrap Heat podcast tomorrow night. So listen out for that, and we'll drop it on Twitter.
Harrison, boy, that was real nice, my boy. You could probably be my understudy as the host, bro. Which some people might call insurance, like the primary sponsor of the basement, which is CFIA Insurance, aka Simple Health Advisors, the primary sponsor of this network, not just this show. If you have any insurance needs, make sure you call them. It does not need to be complicated. Make sure you tell them that the basement sent you. Email our guy James Poe at jpoe@simplehealthadvisors.com, or give them a call at 321-345-7738. We appreciate your sponsorship, James, and the rest of the people over there at Simple Health Advisors. Harrison, you inspired me, my boy. Bubba, the boy feeling good?
Yeah, we're gonna blow out the Kings. They're not gonna lose to them twice in like 3 games. I don't think they're gonna do that. We never beat them, but without De'Aaron Fox, I feel a little bit better. I think this team is playing with a little bit more intensity, and honestly, they played with a lot of urgency tonight. They really didn't want to lose. I think they're starting to feel a little bit of like, shit, this is not going well, and we're all looking really bad right now. So I think they're gonna get a win tomorrow night, and I think honestly, I think they blow them out.
Ooh, now you're speaking my language. Brian, the boy feeling good?
No, the boy feeling great. Frosted Flakes great, to be specific. The Sacramento Kings are fucking horrible, bro. They shouldn't have lost the last game. My only concern is Kevin Herter, who is having another guy who's having a really, really comparable season to Tyler Herro, who is supposedly better than Donovan Mitchell. So, you got to watch out for that guy. It's pretty good, But outside of that, I'm not worried about the fucking Kings, bro. They're not trying to win. They're trying to get Wemby. It should be a blowout. Easy.
My boy, they ain't the only ones trying to get Wemby. But unfortunately, our mission is going to fail because the Heat about to blow that shit out. Fuck is you talking about? We going 5 for 5 on the panel today. Duncan Robinson is going to start in place of Tyler Herro, much to the chagrin of Harrison. And when that boy go out there, he gonna drop 40. Easy. 10 threes. 2 layups. Get to the free throw line. All that. Because Duncan has been in his fanny pack. Fuck is wrong with y'all? He don't have a bag yet. Not that deep. He can do a couple things more than he could. But yeah. And get that trade value sky fucking high. That's what we're looking for from him. That's what we need, Duncan. Keep playing like this. So people can think that you can play basketball all the time. Let's do that. But yeah, we need threes to fall in a similar fashion. Maybe not to the extent that we did tonight, but we need threes to fall against Sacramento. Like you guys alluded to, they are without De'Aaron Fox, so that does give us kind of like a nice bit of reprieve, but we should not by any means take them lightly. That boy, Davion, what's his last name? Mitchell? I forgot his last name. Yeah, Davion Mitchell. He can ball. He can hoop, bro. And I don't want anybody to be misled by that. You know who else? Second, Harrison Barnes is also playing bad. But Davion Mitchell and Kevin Herter, like Brian mentioned, both of those guys are playing really well, and they do pose some problems. We saw some of them last game. But overall, I do think Miami comes out of there and gets a win. Everybody plays up to their level. And we're just kind of – I think this could be like the kickstart to us evolving into what this team will eventually become. Like, yeah, we had fun with it at the beginning of the season, calling them trash and all that shit, but we all knew that they would eventually get a little bit better. And if their final evolution is trash, then we'll stick to that. But tonight we saw a step forward. Hopefully they keep taking smaller steps forward. So thank you guys in the comments, as always, for joining us, making the show much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to the panelists, my guy Ant, my guy Harrison, my guy Bubba, a.k.a. Alex. I'm calling you Bubba so much, I'm blanking on your real name, like in time. But Alex Maserati, and of course, my boy, the California Cain himself, my boy Brian joining us. We'll see y'all next game, a.k.a. tomorrow. Play the video, Justin.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. A few rules, heat packing the air. We about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe. You already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the train, yes and no. Friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul. But when the ring is the goal, but if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes. Going hard for the team. going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.